Guess what? Today is this channel's owner, i.e. me, my 30th birthday. Where does the time go? I don't really feel that much old compared to my alter ego here. But to celebrate, I'm going to do a comparison video for you all involving this book. The Berenstain Bears had too much birthday. And yes, it's Berenstain with an A. Yeah, big reason why I'm comparing this is because of the popular YouTube poop on this channel. The Berenstain Bears and the Pooptacular Birthday. I'll be comparing the book here with the TV adaptation of the story, aired as an episode of the 1985 to 1987 CBS animated series, produced by Southern Star and Hanna-Barbera, Australia. In fact, it's worth mentioning, though, this book was published in early 1986. The TV episode itself actually aired in fall 1985. My understanding is that Stan and Jan Berenstain originally planned the story as a book anyways, but decided it would also make for a good TV episode, as Stan and Jan are still credited with writing the story in the teleplay, and presumably the TV episode got finished first. Anyways, a newer reprint that has stickers is included. The Berenstain Bears Classics. Here we go. Anyway, the book starts off with this poem. At the first big party, we sometimes forget that the birthday bear may end up upset. Of course, the 1985 series did not use these little poems, but the 2003 series, aired on PBS and produced by Nelvana, did. Oh, look at how the book starts here. The TV version added an additional scene before that, where Papa and the Cubs head out to the forest for woodworking, and Mama talks with a neighbor that, despite getting a bit carried away sometimes, Papa Bear is a wonderful husband and father, and he's careful of his work and makes great handcrafted furniture. Then it proceeds like the book. Also, after the tree goes down, another scene was added, where Papa and the Cubs plant young trees.
Well, because you can't just take from Mother Nature. You have to give back, too. A little water in this hole, brother.
Okay, Papa.
I'm glad they added that to the TV version, as it depicts Papa Bear being a good lumberjack, compared to this book version. Though the later book titled Don't Pollute Anymore had Papa start doing it, though, to add to the book's environmental message. And that got adapted into an episode of the 2003 series. Maybe the 80s show is in a somewhat different continuity from the books. Well, after that nice environmental message, it pretty much continues like the book, where the Cubs notice the annual rings. In the book here, the tree that Papa cut down was 27 years old, while in the TV version it was 25. And after Brother laughs at Sister for only being 5 years old, Papa reminds her that he's only 8, which we get this gem.
8 going on 9.
But it's still a pretty faithful adaptation, practically word for word at times. Probably due to Stan and Jan writing the script for the TV version as well. But while Mama says maybe they could manage a nice, quiet little party, a few of these elements Papa and the Cubs imagine are cut, presumably for timing, but it's made more humorous than the TV version.
A party might be nice. We'll have a small cake, a small guest list, just a few close friends, and a few modest decorations.
After that, in the book, the narration says, but it wasn't long before she forgot her worries and began to go along with the excitement. Look at all this! In the TV version, she still wasn't thrilled about it, such as Sister's very long guest list, Papa wanting Mama to make a really big and fancy cake, and the way Papa and the Cubs decorate the house. Oh, and remember how Sister also got a beautiful new blouse that she could wear to her party? Look at how it's just plain white, while Sister normally has a white shirt with pink spots on it. Well, in both TV shows, Sister wears a plain white shirt to make it easier on the animators. So to make her birthday blouse look different in the TV version, it's given a light pink color, so you know she's not wearing her usual shirt. The bit that comes after it is funny when Papa reveals he rented ponies to the merry-go-round for the party. And when you look at this illustration and compare it to the TV version, it looks nearly identical, except for the colors. Maybe the layout artist traced some of the Berenstain's illustrations. It's not as funny as Papa hiring the Beatles to perform at Sister's party. Anyways, with the party itself, the book has a lot more guests. I counted 7 of them. But in the TV version, there are only 4 guests coming to the party. And oddly enough, only one of them is a girl. You'd think that for a 6-year-old girl's party, there would be a lot more girl guests. But so what? In this book version, only 2 of the 7 guests are girls. Anyways, here's a big difference. In the book, they play a game called Going to Jerusalem. As the book says, you play it by going around and around, and the one that's caught in the rug when the music stops is out. It's a pretty old party game, and for the TV version, they changed it to the more familiar modern version known as musical chairs. But in both cases, Sister ends up the first one out, and that big ball of violence that comes get into when the music stops. I know what that's sometimes like. When I play musical chairs as part of the first 2 games that they are thrown to England each year. And then they play Spin the Bottle? What the heck? Spin the Bottle is for teenagers, not little kids. Or cubs in this case. And they play it in the TV version too. How could Mama and Papa Bear allow it? Unless the cubs decide to play it when they weren't looking. Now, come on now. Here we go. Got these big paws. Moving on. The pin the tail on the donkey scene is pretty much the same. I can see some logic in this, since it's Sister's party and it wouldn't be fair to the other guests if she gets the prize. But maybe she could have picked who gets the prize, like Lizzie Bruin here. Well, she does end up getting it anyways. Then we get this part when they give out the party favors. This didn't happen in the TV version at all, and added yet another mishap to Sister's birthday. In this case, a boy named Freddie squirts water all over Sister's blouse. And this looks like a completely different Freddie. And the cousin Freddie, who did come to the party in the TV version. But, however, well, the boy with glasses here could be the cousin Freddie. Anyways, we know that Sister gets a little sick from the ponies and the merry-go-round. And here, it mentions because Sister had sampled so many party goodies. And the illustration of the merry-go-round, it looks funnier here, with Sister's rocket ship mouth. It looks like she's about to vomit. And she does in the YouTube poop version I did. Then the birthday cake scene is pretty much the same, where she initially fails to blow any of them out. And they tease her with this so-called superstition, where it shows how many cubs she'll have when she grows up. I never heard of anything like that outside of the story. Blowing out birthday candles in one breath is a piece of cake for me, pun intended, given my huff and puff breath. But then she manages to blow them out, and then they sing happy birthday. Now that's unusual, as I know it's a tradition to sing the song before blowing out candles. But maybe in the Berenstain Bears universe it's different. Also, the book does not print any song lyrics, so it's safe to assume that they sing the traditional Happy Birthday to You song. But of course, back then, the song was still copyrighted, so the TV adaptation had them instead sing a birthday song to the tune of London Bridge.
Happy birthday, Sister Bear, Sister Bear, Sister Bear. Happy birthday, Sister Bear, we all love you.
And of course, right after that comes the scene everyone remembers. When Sister starts crying due to all the things that went wrong during the party overwhelming her. Poor Sister. She tells Mama all the mishaps that occurred to her during the party here. She even mentions she doesn't like kissing games, i.e. spin the bottle. But she doesn't say that in the TV version. And since that one didn't have her blouse getting soaked, she instead brings up the motion sickness.
I got bounced on the ponies and sick on the merry-go-round.
And then she's reminded of the presents she hasn't opened yet. As the narration says, there's nothing like opening up a pile of lovely presents to cheer you up. And after a while, she was herself again. In the TV version, Papa mentioning Sister hasn't eaten the cake yet helps cheer her up as well. Aw, how sweet. I also remember feeling sorry for Sister in No Girls Allowed when she started crying among seeing the boys intentionally excluded the girls from the clubhouse. But to be fair, Sister was gloating a lot when she beat the boys at games. But back to this story. The presents and cake and guest leaving scenes are pretty much the same, albeit with the less detailed animation, and how there are only 4 guests in the TV version. And when Papa is telling Sister about the importance of a birthday, that's pretty much the same word for word. Or down to the line, to learn, to have fun, to grow in every way. Then they see how much Sister has grown since her last birthday. But in the TV version, only Brother goes with Sister to check her height. And then Mama shows the 2 school papers Sister did. One she did the previous year in kindergarten, and then one she just did in 1st grade. Talk about growth. And then in this version here, Brother similarly compares 2 paintings Sister did. One the previous year, and then the newer one here. And then Papa announces that she can now stay up a half hour later than she originally could. But she's so tired from too much birthday that she can't even stay up to her old bedtime. And so Papa carries her up to bed. And then the book ends on the next morning, when Sister grins and says she's now 6 going on 7. But the TV episode ends differently. After Mama shows the 2 school papers, we get this bit.
Where's Papa? I want to show Papa. I'll find him. Mama, you better come quick. Papa's into the leftover birthday cake.
Oh, dear.
You're absolutely right, Mama. But there is such a thing as too much birthday. And too much birthday cake.
Maybe they were running out of the allocated time for the TV script and just came up with a quicker gag to end it with. Network TV can be kind of strict with TV show running times. Though, of course, the show was syndicated by Deke in 2003 for their Sydney package, Deke went and sped up the episodes along with cutting some scenes so they could make room for more commercials and PSAs, even adding a commercial break in the middle of each story. But besides that, I can't believe how old I am now. 30 years. Well, the channel creator and the first suitor inside here. Anyways, I hope you liked this video, and as always, stay tuned to this channel.